being in a different city, 3 different cities in a week is just a little bit scattering and unsettling. Really what this sacred pause for me personally is just an opportunity to focus more on how much I need prayer to strengthen me, to avoid temptation and sin, and to live more clearly the beautiful truth that is uniquely from the Son of God, Jesus Christ.
Hey, I'm Jim Havens. Good to meet you. I host a radio show called The Simple Truth, where we pursue the good, true, and beautiful and proclaim the life-giving reality of Jesus and his Catholic Church. Stick around. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and let us know what you think in the comments below. You'll be able to go to bishopstrickland.com just as you can today or anytime to see Bishop Strickland's latest writings. We've got 3 new writings here for the month of September. We go back to the first one, September 3rd, entitled My Sacred Pause, and it's referencing a letter that you wrote, Bishop Strickland, back in June called A Sacred Pause. But in this new letter, you write, I feel called at this time to enter more completely into a sacred pause myself by stepping away as much as possible for a time from public activities, events, in order to spend more time in prayer and in drawing ever closer to the Sacred Heart of our Lord. To be clear and to avoid any confusion, this decision is my own and is not being forced upon me in any way. It is also not in response to anything other than my desire to be obedient to our Lord and to draw as close to him as possible. Be assured that I will continue during this sacred pause to write letters and to encourage and teach the fullness of truth of our Catholic faith, as is my calling as a bishop. Bishop, anything else you'd like to share with us regarding this letter, My Sacred Pause?
Thanks, Jim. It really is just exactly what you just read. Just prompted in prayer to spend more time in prayer. I have to admit, there's still a lot on my calendar. Mainly what the sacred pause was focusing on was traveling less, actually maybe filling in, doing a little more of this online work like we do on occasion and with other platforms, but really just recognizing that being in a different city, 3 different cities in a week is just a little bit scattering and unsettling. And I just felt prompted to really try to slow down as much as I can. Regretfully, I had to pull back from some commitments I'd already made, but there are others that I'm still fulfilling. But really, honestly, Jim, the rest of September, October, I had already carved out a little quieter time in the early part of October, but October's pretty busy. But thankfully, November and then December really slow down, and I'm really trying to guard that time carefully just so that I can really pray more. And I've been gratified by the response of many that have said, really that's a good idea for my life as well. And I think for all of us, we can certainly pray more. The scriptures call us to pray constantly, and that's a challenge for all of us. But I think in some ways that is a way of life that we need to pursue, even though we get distracted, we have obligations that pull us away from really focused prayer. But I guess what I hear in that call to pray constantly is to have a prayerful heart, to approach each day and each challenge, each blessing in a spirit of prayer, always knowing that the Lord is with us. His love is our greatest strength. So really what this sacred pause for me personally is just an opportunity to focus more on how much I need prayer to strengthen me, to avoid temptation and sin, and to live more clearly the beautiful truth that we will talk about in these other letters that is uniquely from the Son of God, Jesus Christ. It's not like we've got all these different possibilities. Certainly, the Lord leaves us free to choose our path, but there's only one path, and that's Jesus Christ.
Was that a helpful video for you? I sure hope so. That's why we do this show, to help real people get real results, advancing in the way, the truth, and the life that we're made for. It's called The Simple Truth. It's a radio program Monday through Friday, and we live stream it right here on this channel. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share if you would be so kind. And if you like that last video, here's another one I think you might get a lot out of.